Hi, Gemini, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Gemini may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. And today, Gemini, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on your no contact ex and focusing on what their potential current challenge or challenges may be and what past regrets they may still have about you. Now, remember, these messages are timeless. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, then take a look down below in the description box. They're all there for you. Links are down below. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And today, Gemini, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on your no contact acts. Now, these messages are timeless. So whenever they come across your feed, there may be a sign symbol. It may be a sign symbol synchronicity from the universe that there may be here a potential message here for you. Now, the messages that I'm going to be channeling about your no contact acts are going to be focusing on what their potential current challenge or challenges may be and what past regrets they may still have about you. All right, so let's take a look here at what's coming through. No contact acts, potential current challenge or challenges. So they have here a clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, an aha moment. All right. And so this is coming across as a challenge focusing on, well, I'm getting two things. Number one is overthinking. This person may have the tendency, okay, or may have this personality, okay, of thinking. Now, thinking is not a challenge, it's not a problem. But when there is an overly when there's this energy of analysis and analyzing things way too much to the point where there's this sense of analysis paralysis, meaning that they're thinking about something so much that it creates this sense of not doing something, not moving ahead with anything, because the more that they are thinking about something, the more it gets a little bit more confusing for them. So there's an internal confusion. There could be here, it could lead to indecisions. It could lead to being very guarded on their emotions because there's this sense of like thinking to the point where there's not the other end of it, the putting something into action or putting something into practice gets placed in the back burner because there's so much here of, the idea may be wonderful, the you know the thought process may be there, but they're kind of stuck in this, like the way that I'm seeing it clairvoyantly is like loading, but not doing anything after that. So that's one of the messages that I'm getting here. The second message that I'm getting here is that there's this challenge of being able to see things from a different standpoint. Okay. Now, they could be the type of person who's very fixed in thinking one thing and not budging, meaning they think what they think. They could care less about anyone else's beliefs, anyone else's ideas. It's like my way or the highway type of energy. Okay. And so the clockwork pumpkin here says a wonderful idea, the aha moment. So the challenge here is the inability to have the emotional maturity or the emotional intelligence to be able to say, okay, even though I don't agree with you, I can see where, whatever point is being made, I can see why you would think that or why you would feel that, right? And so there's the sense here of not being able to have that aha moment, not being able to see past their own beliefs, their own ideas. There's a sense here of being a little bit resistant, okay? In regards to that. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through here in regards to this person. The aha moment is having an epiphany. And so there's this energy here that that's what this person's challenge may also be. They lack the ability to see outside of the box. They lack the perspective maybe to see things from other angles. And so maybe this is this energy that I'm getting, like it's either my way or the highway. Okay. So again, those were the two messages that came through. Let's see what else is coming through here in regards to this person. So they have here a leg up. And what I'm getting here, in regards to the leg up, again, very similar to the energy here of this, is lacking the empathy, not so much in like helping, but lacking empathy in the way that they're thinking about something or the way they think about something. It's like, you know, you may try to share some views or some insight or be more, empathetic in regards to expressing something. And this person has a very difficult time um, leaning into that yin energy, that empathy, that understanding. It's more about, and this person could also be an air sign. They don't have to be, but they could very well be either a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. Okay. So they could have maybe those placements somewhere on their astrological natal chart. I do feel here that they regret not being as expressive in regards to how they may have felt um, about you, about certain things here. They regret the fact that they may have lacked that proactive energy in making moves and making things happen. I also feel here that they may regret the lack of teamwork that could have helped this connection into being something um, much better than what it was. Okay. Now, I do feel that this person may be a nice, kind person. They may be a generous person. Um, but there's a rigidity here that I feel. There's this fixed type of energy in, especially when like beliefs clash or ideals clash or differences of opinions. When ideas clash, there's a sense here of, you know, seeming a little bit rigid, a little bit fixed in their stance. And like I said, what I feel here that they may regret is the fact that they didn't allow themselves to be either more proactive, that's one, or they didn't allow themselves to learn to negotiate and compromise on certain ideas, right? So let's see what else. Look at this. Two cards came out of the deck all by itself. One says find harmony. The other one is remember your worth. This says rejection, self-sacrifice, depletes essence. Remember that I said that I was feeling that this person, um, your no contact deck is the type of person that it's like I feel like I have to have a certain amount of energy in order to deal with them when they are at this point where they either refuse to be proactive about something because they're thinking too much about something, or that they refuse to allow themselves to have that emotional maturity or that emotional intelligence to empathize and to sympathize, right? To connect more emotionally. So I feel that one of the things here that could maybe even be a current challenge for this person is finding the harmony. Okay, by the way, they have two. Oh, wasn't I talking about epiphany here? Dragonfly, epiphany. Yeah, talk about sign symbol synchronicities. Let's talk about this one first. It says find harmony. Difficult for this person to find the balance between their yin energy, which is leaning into that, to their emotions, leaning into empathy, leaning into the emotional intelligence, and the balance between that energy, which is the yin energy, and the yang energy, which is being proactive. Remember that I mentioned earlier that I felt that this person gets stuck in their head. They also have here this light bulb with a lot of gears inside of the pumpkin. So again, they may be a very, they may be intellectual, they may be smart, but there's something here that there is an imbalance within this person's um emotional state. And I feel it has a lot to do with how they were, whatever traumas or whatever situations, circumstances, or events they may have endured when they were younger or when they were growing up. Because there's something here about rejection, self sacrifice. So there could have been here some situations in their past or recent past, which was very, like family matters, maybe family, friends. There were things here that created an issue with self worth. And so the way that they can either regain some sense of control is by either being very fixed in something, or the fact that they just are unable to connect with someone else's emotions here. Okay. They could have been rejected. There could have been a lot of self-sacrifice. They may have done a lot for people in other situations, circumstances, and events, and they may have gotten hurt. And so then instead of finding a balance, or instead of healing that energy so that there is a healthy balance, they may have swung the pendulum way too much on one side. And again, that is what I'm getting here in regards to this person's challenge, but also here, their regret, like them thinking about your past connection, brings them to this awareness now, which is the reason that the dragonfly was behind this card. It makes them think about stuff now, and they now realize, here we go, the dragonfly, the aha moment has happened after the fact. So the regret here was the fact that they couldn't find a way to negotiate, to compromise, to change, uh you know how this is coming across, the change is coming across as like they were so rigid at times that they didn't allow themselves to change their mind on things. Because there was something here about ego too. Because I'm getting here that, like, if they changed your mind, if they changed their mind, it may seem as if um someone else is winning. You see how this is coming across? It's like that. And I feel that this person regrets not having healed. Like I said, it says light and heal, not having healed those parts of themselves. And after all has been said and done, they're now thinking about what they coulda, shoulda, woulda done and didn't. Okay. So this is coming across very, there's a lot of layers to this. It's not just one thing. And it could be because I'm channeling, multiple energies here, because this is a general reading. Or it could be this one person has just multiple. Remember that I was talking about childhood? This person could have just multiple situations, layers. And again, like I said, for some of you, This no contact ex, this may have been an issue since they were younger, or when growing up, or family related issues, self-worth issues here, self-sabotaging thoughts, limit beliefs. Okay. They regret not showing their loyalty or being a better friend. And I know it says children here, but just for a moment, I just want to go where my intuition is heading towards. And that's at one, two, three dogs that are here on this card. And dogs are symbolism of friendship, of companionship, okay, of loyalty. Um, so there is a part here that of this no contact X that regrets the fact that they couldn't be the partner that they now realize that you deserved. Okay. Um, you could have been a very great person with them. You could have been giving. Okay. And that's another thing here with the leg up. You could have been the type of person who really gave a lot. You sacrificed a lot for this connection. You bended, right? When this person couldn't bend, when they were very fixed on something, you bended. And so that always tilting of you bending, you compromising, you trying to make something better here wasn't really helping this person. It was actually creating more of this person thinking that then other people should be this way with them too. You know what I'm saying? It allowed them to still be in a place where they didn't have to heal something about themselves, right? And so maybe this person had a rough childhood. Maybe this person had a lot of situations here, maybe in childhood, maybe there was a lack of parental love or some family issues here. And so maybe your empathy here also created a little bit more of a challenge because there was a side of you that may have been more leaning to giving this person a chance after chance after chance after chance, when in reality they should have learned through those challenges and heal and learn to negotiate and compromise as well. So very, like I said, there's a lot of layers here that are coming through. So children, like I said, is coming across as there were issues here from their childhood. Um, and the dogs here again, something very much connected to loyalty, friendship. They regret maybe acknowledging to you that you were a very helpful person, a person who really helped them. You see, what did I say? Five of Pentacles. They feel like they had a huge loss in this connection with you. Even if, however, this may have, whomever decided to go their separate ways, okay, whether it was you, Gemini, or whether it was them, okay, regardless of who decided to say this is it, the Five of Pentacles is feeling like a great big loss. Something very valuable has been lost. And that valuable loss here was the friendship. It was the fact that, again, there was the sense here of you being that team person, the person who gave a lot of chances, and maybe your energy was the one that was depleted um instead of theirs, you see. And I'm also getting here that they realize that now in hindsight. The dragonfly is all about epiphany. And what's interesting here is that epiphany is very much connected to the judgment card in tarot. And the judgment card in tarot is ruled by Pluto. That's number one. But what I'm also getting here about the judgment card is that there's a part of themselves that they wish that they can either turn back the hands of time or that they can reconsider, take a second look at how this may have played out. And there may be a part of them that wishes that there could be a second chance, or that there could be here some sense of understanding that they are in a different place now than they may have been when this connection may have taken place in the past or recent past. Gemini, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.